next question is, who should I name as an executor of my will? Generally speaking, if you're married, a lot of times people will name their spouse as their primary executor, and then other people that they trust as alternates. If you're not married, then you're just going to basically audit your important people in your life to see who would be a good fit for the role and what it entails. Generally, it can be very limited if you have a lot of non-probate assets, or it can be pretty involved if you pass away with a lot of debts or had a lot of assets that were not transferable on death. It really depends on your circumstances, but you generally would want to look for people who live in the state. If you have responsible and trustworthy people in your life, whether they're family members or friends or colleagues or neighbors, they don't necessarily have to be in the state, but it makes things easier. If they're out of the state of North Carolina, then they would have to appoint a resident process agent to be able to receive legal process on behalf of the out-of-state executor. But generally, you're going to want somebody who is an adult, who's otherwise qualified to serve. So they're not a felon. They are 18 or older. And somebody who is at least a little bit savvy as to how money is administered, keeping track of statements, invoices, receipts, creditor claims, pleadings, filings, that kind of thing. Otherwise, you're sort of picking your best options, right? Nobody's perfect, but you're trying to give authority and empower people who are going to do the best job for you. So you don't necessarily have to let perfect get in the way of good, but you certainly should not appoint people who are not going to be right for that role.